Привет! So in this video I'm going to tell you about learning words or remembering the vocab. Uh, so, my students often tell me, hey, Vladimir, we don't have, we have, the vocab doesn't stick. That's the problem, right? So the vocab doesn't stick, we don't remember that. What should we do? So in this case, I would go from low tech or tech, which is Anki, Dex, all of those, Quizlet stuff, right? I would just go for no tech or low tech, as you call that, right? And when I was, you basically need a low tech or no tech repetition system, because repetition is how we learn. If you want the vocab to stick, you gotta make it, jump into your eyes several times. You got to hear that several times. But in this case, we're discussing like how you make it visually, and you will organize that. So here we need some tools, right? So I'm giving you tools today to remember the words, to make the vocab stick, to make the phrases stick. So and we have this one here, this little guy. Let's call him Pocket. This one is middle, and this one's big. Notebooks, obviously, right? So then what happens next? By the way, I was inspired by bullet journaling, and I do bullet journal on a daily basis. I do have a diary and stuff like that, but then I understood that it's a perfect system to make your language learning more efficient. So then what you do, you buy an A6 format little notebook, and you start using it as an inbox for your incoming phrases, sentences, whatever you like. Write it down here. Write it down, right? So write a phrase, write a sentence, fill it up with different content. Then once it's filled up, obviously you will be having a lot if you're learning actively. If you're learning Russian actively, then if you fill it up, you go for the migration. And the migration is where you migrate your notes from the smaller one to a bigger one, like a mid one here, right? And what happens? So you need to process whatever you've written here again. And chances are you don't remember whatever you've written here, maybe 10% is there. So once you see it again, you can definitely remember it better. What is also recommended, organize it by topics. Organize it. Add some nice sticky notes, maybe use some markers, organize that, right? Work with information. Along the way, as you migrated, send some voice messages to your Russian-speaking friends, your Russian-speaking partner, Russian-speaking tutor. Send some voice messages using this stuff, right? To make it stick, because you're not only writing stuff down, but you're also using it. Sorry about that. I have my robots, vacuum cleaners over there, but this video should be done, right? So then the cool thing about this one, once it ends, you migrate this one to the big one, right? So you got to go for the big one. And this is, it will take time, of course, but this is, you meditate on Russian, you meditate on the language, you can use it along the way. Send voice messages, tell something to your wife, if she's a Russian speaker, or husband, right? Then once this one is over, you buy a new one and you migrate. Once this one is over, you buy a new one, and by that time, the smaller one, like the older one, should be migrated to the middle one. Boom. And this is a cycle, right? This one will be your learn term storage, right? So you store whatever you've learned. I bet you will see how much you've remembered, how much you've forgotten. And that's the way to activate it. One more time. You write whatever you bump into here. Go for phrases or sentences. Once it's over, migrate it to the middle one. Once this one is over, you migrate it to the bigger one. You can, of course, simplify and just go with two, but I love notebooks, and I'm a geek here, so that's how I do it. That's the system. All right, that's basically it. Like we have tried that with some of my students, worked really well. I would personally go for this kind of repetition system instead of Anki or Quizlet, which is, I just don't like too much tech here, right? So it's kind of annoying. Like everything is digital. I mean, like I love it, but when it comes to language learning, be a little bit of a Luddite, and that's the way, right? And also like keeps your brain, away from the screen for a while. It's also good for you. Um, just to lower the screen time a little bit, because obviously if you're learning with even with tutor, then tutor is online, everything's online. So go offline sometimes, go low tech, go no tech with language learning. Um, that's basically it. So in case you would like a system, like a structure in your learning, I'll be happy to talk to you. I'll be happy to discuss that with you on a free call. We could go for a discovery call first, so we could we could check if what I'm currently working on, like my program, is going to help you with your Russian learning journey. Все, пока. Hope that was helpful. That's it. Stay tuned.